Hello students, this is the first video of the series of videos for the Computer Science Board exam preparation. My assistants Alpha and Omega will assist me. Thank you for introducing us. Hello, I am Alpha. The topics we will discuss are variables and identifiers, data types, expression evaluation, conditional statements, looping statements, jump statement, break and continue, loop else statement, nested loops.
Thank you, Alpha. Hello, I am Omega. Let's first understand the different types of token in Python. Tokens in Python. In Python, there are several types of tokens. Tokens are the smallest individual units in a program that are meaningful to the interpreter. Below are the different types of tokens in Python. Keywords. These are reserved words that have a specific meaning in the Python language, and cannot be used as variable names or identifiers. Examples include if, else, while, and def. Identifiers. These are names that are used to identify variables, functions, classes, and other objects in a program. Identifiers must start with a letter or underscore, and can contain letters, digits, and underscores. Literals. These are fixed values that appear directly in the code. Examples include string literals, integer literals, and floating point literals.
Thank you, Omega. The next few more tokens are operators. These are symbols that perform operations on one or more operands. Examples include the addition operator, plus, subtraction operator, and assignment operator, smiley face. Delimiters. These are symbols that mark the beginning or end of a statement or block of code. Examples include parentheses, braces, and brackets. Comments. These are text that is ignored by the interpreter, and are used to explain the code or make notes for future reference. In Python, comments start with the hashtag symbol and continue until the end of the line. Hope students you have understood. Let's solve some questions based on tokens. Which of the following is not a valid identifier name in Python? Justify reason for it not being a valid name. A. 5 total B, underscore radius C, pi d, while. Let me check each of the options. 5 total is not valid as variable name cannot start with a digit. Underscore radius is correct. Pi is valid too. While is a keyword but Python is case sensitive, so while is not a keyword, so it is valid too. So the correct answer is option A, 5 total. Next question is: find the invalid identifier from the following. A. Def B, for C, underscore bonus D, first underscore name. Let me check each of the options. Def is a keyword, for is keyword but not this one as it is uppercase, so it is valid. Underscore bonus is valid and first underscore name is valid too. So the correct answer is. Next question. Identify the invalid keyword in Python from the following. A. True. B. None. C. Import. D. Return. Let me check each of the options. True, none and return are keywords. Import is also a keyword but not this one as it is in uppercase. So the correct answer is option C. Find the invalid identifier from the following. A. Subtotal B, assert C, temp underscore calc D, name 2. Let me check each of the options. This one is easier. I can see option A, C, and D are valid identifier. So I think assert is a keyword, though I am not sure.
Smart guess Alpha. Yes, option B is the correct option. Now let me explain the topic of data types. Python has several built-in data types, including integers. Int, these are whole numbers, such as -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Floating point numbers. Float, these are numbers with a decimal point, such as 3.14, -0.5, 2.0, and so on. Complex numbers. Complex, these are numbers in the form a and bj, where a and b are real numbers, and j is the imaginary unit. Strings, str, these are sequences of characters, enclosed in single quotation marks or double quotation marks. Booleans, bool, these are values that can be either true or false.
Right, Alpha. Let me explain few more. Lists. List, these are ordered collections of items, enclosed in square brackets. Each item can be of any data type. Tuples. Tuple, these are similar to lists, but they are immutable, i.e., their contents cannot be changed once they are created. These are ordered collections of items, enclosed in first brackets. Sets. Set, these are unordered collections of unique items, enclosed in curly braces. Each item can be of any data type. It also automatically sorts the elements in ascending order. Dictionaries. Dict, these are unordered collections of key-value pairs, enclosed in curly braces. The keys are unique and immutable, and the values can be of any data type.
Good, Alpha. Let me try knowledge now. Here is the first question. Which of the following is not a valid Python data type? A. String. B. Tuple. C. Dictionary. D. Array. Answer is option D. There is no data type named array in Python. Next question is: what data type would you use to store a sequence of characters in Python? A. Integer. B. Float. C. Boolean. D. String. Answer is option D. String consists of characters. Next question is: which data type is used to store a collection of elements that are ordered and changeable in Python? A. List. B. Tuple. C. Set. D. Dictionary. Let me check the options. List is ordered and changeable, tuple is not changeable, set is neither ordered nor changeable, and dictionary is not ordered. So the correct answer is list, option A. Next question is: what is the data type of the result of adding an integer and a float in Python? A. Integer. B. Float. C. String. D. Boolean. Correct answer is option B. It is the concept of implicit typecasting. Here int and float will give float. Next question is: which data type is used to represent a true or false value in Python? A. Integer. B. Float. C. Boolean. D. String. This one is easy, option C. Boolean is the correct answer. Thank you, Omega. Now can we discuss about the various expressions in Python? In Python, there are several.
Thank you, Omega. Now can we discuss about the various expressions in Python? In Python, there are several types of expressions that you can use. Arithmetic expressions. These expressions are used to perform mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For example, 2 plus 3, 4*5, 10/2 are all arithmetic expressions. Logical expressions, these expressions are used to evaluate logical operations and return a Boolean value, true or false. For example, 5 3, 6 == 6, and apple in banana, apple, orange are all logical expressions. Relational expressions, these expressions are used to compare two values and return a Boolean value, true or false. For example, 5 3, 6 == 6, and apple == banana are all comparison expressions. Conditional expressions, these expressions are used to perform conditional operations and return one of two values depending on a condition. For example, x = 10 if y 5 else 20 is a conditional expression that assigns the value 10 to x if the condition y 5 is true, and 20 otherwise. Membership expressions, these expressions are used to check if a value is a member of a sequence, such as a list or a tuple. For example, apple in banana, apple, orange is a membership expression that returns true because apple is a member of the list. Identity expressions, these expressions are used to check if two objects are the same object in memory. For example, x is y is an identity expression that returns true if x and y are the same object, and false otherwise. Bitwise expressions, these expressions are used to perform bitwise operations on integers. For example, 2 3 is a bitwise expression that performs the OR operation on 2 and 3, which have binary representations 10 and 11, respectively, and returns the result 3, which has a binary representation 11.
I hope our students have understood. Next, answer few questions. What is the result of the following Python expression? 10 to 3, $2/5 plus 1. First, we evaluate the expression within the parentheses, 10 to 3 = 7. Next, we raise the result to the power of 2, 7 2 = 49. Then, we divide the result by 5, 49/5 = 9.8. Finally, we add 1, 9.8 plus 1 = 10.8. Therefore, the result of the expression is 10.8. So the correct answer is C. Next question. Evaluate the following expressions. 12 3% 4, / 2 plus 6. A. 24, B. 6, C. 26, D. 30. First, we evaluate the expression within the parentheses, 3% 4 = 3. Next, we multiply 12 by the result of 3% 4, 12 3 = 36. Then, we perform integer division of the result by 2, 36 / 2 = 18. Finally, we add 6 to the result, 18 plus 6 = 24. Therefore, the value of the expression is 24. So the correct option is A. 24. Next question is: evaluate the following expressions. Not 12 6 and 7 17 or not 12 4. A. False, B. True, C. None, D. 30. Here is the answer. First, we evaluate the expression within the parentheses, 12 6 is true. Then, we apply the not operator to true, which evaluates to false. Next, we evaluate the first part of the expression after the and operator, 7 17 is true. Now we have false and true, which evaluates to false. Finally, we evaluate the second part of the expression after the OR operator, 12 4 is false, and we apply the not operator to false, which evaluates to true. Therefore, the value of the expression is true. So correct answer is option B, true. Next question is: which of the following operators has the highest precedence in Python? A, plus B, / C, %D, ***. This is one is easy. Correct answer is D. Next question is: Find the output of the following. A equals 6.8. B equals 2. Print A//B. The double slash operator / in Python performs integer division, which returns the quotient of the division rounded down to the nearest integer. In this case, A is 6.8 and B is 2. When we perform A//B, we divide 6.8 by 2 and get the result of 3.4. However, because of the / operator, the result is rounded down to the nearest integer, which is 3. But in Python result will be 3.0 due to implicit type conversion. So correct answer is 3.0 option, B.
Thank you, Omega. Now I will explain conditional statements. In Python, conditional statements are used to control the flow of execution based on certain conditions. The main conditional statements in Python are: if statement. The if statement is used to execute a block of code if a certain condition is true. The syntax of the if statement is as follows. Syntax: if condition. #code block to execute if condition is true. If else statement. The if else statement is used to execute one block of code if a certain condition is true, and another block of code if the condition is false. The syntax of the if else statement is as follows. Syntax: if condition. #code block to execute if condition is true. Else. #code block to execute if condition is false. If else statement. The if else statement is used to execute different blocks of code based on multiple conditions. The syntax of the if else statement is as follows. Syntax: if condition 1. #code block to execute if condition 1 is true. If condition 2. #code block to execute if condition 2 is true. Else. #code block to execute if both condition 1 and condition 2 are false.
Good Alpha, now let me solve few questions. What is the output of the following Python code snippet? X equals 10. Y equals 5. Z equals 3. If xy. If xz. Print, x is the largest number. Else. Print, z is the largest number. Else. If yz. Print, y is the largest number. Else. Print, z is the largest number. A. X is the largest number. B. Y is the largest number. C. Z is the largest number. D. None of the above. The output of this code will be X is the largest number. Here's why. The variables X, Y, and Z are assigned the values 10, 5, and 3, respectively. The first conditional statement checks if X is greater than Y. Since 10 is indeed greater than 5, the code enters the first if block. The nested if statement then checks if X is also greater than Z. Since 10 is greater than 3, the code enters the first if block within the first if block. The print statement within that block then outputs X is the largest number. Therefore, the final output of this code is X is the largest number. So correct option is A. Next question is: what will be the output of the following code? X equals 10. Y equals 20. If xy. Print, X is less than Y. Else. Print, X is greater than or equal to Y. A. X is less than Y. B. X is greater than Y. C. X is greater than or equal to Y. D. None of the above. The output of the code will be X is less than Y. So correct option is A. This is because the if condition xy is true, since X has the value of 10 and Y has the value of 20. Therefore, the if block is executed and the string x is less than y is printed. Next question is, what will be the output of the following nested if-else statement? X equals 10. Y equals 5. If xy. If x equals 10. Print, x is equal to 10. Else. Print, x is not equal to 10. Else. Print, x is not greater than y. A. X is equal to 10. B. X is not equal to 10. C. X is not greater than y. D. None of the above. The output of the code will be x is equal to 10, so the correct answer is option A. This is because the if condition xy is true, since x has the value of 10 and y has the value of 5. Then, the nested if condition x equals 10 is also true, since x is indeed equal to 10. Therefore, the if block nested inside the first if block is executed, and the string x is equal to 10 is printed. Next question is, what will be the output of the following nested if-else statement? X equals 20. Y equals 10. If xy. If y 5. Print, y is greater than 5. If y 0. Print, y is greater than 0. Else. Print, y is negative. Else. Print, x is not greater than y. A. Y is greater than 5. B. Y is greater than 0. C. X is not greater than y. D. None of the above. The output of the code will be y is greater than 5, so the correct option is A. This is because the if condition xy is true, since x has the value of 20 and y has the value of 10. Then, the nested if condition y5 is also true, since y is greater than 5. Therefore, the first if block nested inside the outer if block is executed, and the string y is greater than 5 is printed. Next question is, what will be the output of the following nested if-else statement? X equals 5. Y equals 10. If xy. If x 0. Print, x is positive. If y 20. Print, y is less than 20. Else. Print, y is greater than or equal to 20. Else. Print, x is 0 or negative. Else. Print, x is not less than y. A. X is positive, y is less than 20. B. X is positive, y is greater than or equal to 20. C. X is 0 or negative. D. X is not less than y. The output of the code will be x is positive, y is less than 20, so correct option is A. This is because the if condition xy is true, since x has the value of 5 and y has the value of 10. Then, the nested if condition x0 is also true, since x is positive. Therefore, the first if block nested inside the outer if block is executed, and the string x is positive is printed. After that, there is another nested if statement, which checks whether y is less than 20. This condition is also true, since y has the value of 10. Therefore, the nested if block is executed, and the string y is less than 20 is printed.
Thank you Omega. Let me now explain you the topic of loop statements. In Python, there are two types of looping statements. For loop. While loop. For loop, also known as counting loop. The for loop in Python is used to iterate over a sequence, such as a list, tuple, or string, or other iterable objects, such as a range object. Here's the basic syntax of a for loop. Syntax. For variable in sequence. Hashtag code to be executed. Here, the variable represents the current item in the sequence, and the loop will continue until all items in the sequence have been processed. Example. Fruits equals apple, banana, cherry. For fruit in fruits. Print, fruit. Output. Apple. Banana. Cherry. While loop, also known as conditional loop. The while loop in Python is used to repeatedly execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Here's the basic syntax of a while loop. While condition. Hashtag code to be executed. The loop will continue to execute the code block as long as the condition is true. Here's an example of a while loop that counts from 1 to 5. Count equals 1. While count equals 5. Print, count. Count plus equals 1. Output. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. It's important to make sure that the condition in a while loop eventually becomes false, otherwise the loop will run indefinitely.
Good Alpha, now let me solve these questions. What is the output of the following code snippet? Total equals 0. For I in range, 1, 6. Total plus equals I. Print, total. A, 15. B, 10. C, 6. D, 5. The output of the code will be 15, so the correct option is A. This is because the code is using a for loop to iterate through the values from 1 to 5, inclusive, and adding each value to the variable total. After the loop has finished, the value of total will be the sum of the integers from 1 to 5, which is 15. Therefore, the print, total, statement will output 15. Next question is: what is the output of the following code snippet? Numbers equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For I in numbers. Print, I. If I equals 3. Break. A, 1 2 3 4 5. B, 1 2 3. C, 3 4 5. D, 1 3. The output of the code will be 1 2 3. So the correction option is B. This is because the code is using a for loop to iterate through the values in the list numbers. Inside the loop, each value I is printed using the print, I, statement. Then, there is an if statement that checks whether I is equal to 3. If it is, then the break statement is executed, which immediately exits the loop. Therefore, the loop will print the values 1, 2, and 3, and then exit before printing the remaining values in the list. Next question is: how many times will the given loop iterate? I equals 0. While, I 25. Print, Python. I equals I plus 1. A, 24, B, 25, C, 26, D, none of these. The loop will iterate 25 times. So the correct option is B. Initially, the value of I is 0, and the loop condition is I 25. This means that the loop will continue as long as I is less than 25. Inside the loop, the statement print, Python, is executed, and then the value of I is incremented by 1 using the statement I equals I plus 1. Therefore, the loop will iterate once for each value of I from 0 up to, but not including, 25. This means that the loop will iterate 25 times in total. Next question is: identify the output of the following Python statement. X equals 0. For I in range, 1, 12, 3. X plus equals I plus 3. Print, X. A, 31, B, 32, C, 33, D, 34. The output will be 34. So the correct option is D. The range function generates a sequence of numbers starting from 1, incrementing by 3, and ending at 10, since the endpoint is not included. Therefore, the loop will iterate 3 times, with I taking the values 1, 4, 7a and d1 0. For each iteration of the loop, we add I plus 3 to x. So, on the first iteration, x becomes 0 plus 1 plus 3 equals 4. On the second iteration, x becomes 4 plus 3 equals 11. On the third iteration, x becomes 11 plus 7 plus 3 equals 21. On the fourth and final iteration, x becomes 21 plus 10 plus 3 equals 34. Therefore, at the end of the loop, x is equal to 34, which is the output of the program. Next question is: identify the output of the following code. For I in range 4. If I equals 4. Break. Else. Print I. Else. Print welcome. The output of the code will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Welcome. The for loop iterates 4 times, and at each iteration, it checks whether I is equal to 4. Since I never equals 4, the break statement is never executed, and the else block is executed at the end of the loop, printing welcome. The print I statement inside the else block is executed for each iteration where I is less than 4, so it prints the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3. So the correct option is A. Next question is: what is the output of the following code snippet? For I in range 3. For j in range 2. Print I asterisk j. A 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. C 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, 4. D 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The output of the code snippet will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, so the correct option is B. The outer loop iterates 3 times with values of I being 0, 1, and 2. When I is 0, then j is 0 and 1, so twice 0 is printed. Next iteration I is 1, then j is 0 and 1, so 0 and 1 is printed. Next iteration I is 2, then j is 0 and 1, so 0 and 2 is printed. Next question is: what is the value of number at the end of the following code snippet? Number equals 0. For I in range 3. For j in range 2. Number plus equals I asterisk j. Print number. A 0. B 1. C 2. D 3. The value of number at the end of the code snippet will be 3. So the correct option is D. Explanation. The outer loop iterates 3 times, for I equals 0, I equals 1, and I equals 2, and the inner loop iterates 2 times for each value of I, for j equals 0 and j equals 1. Therefore, the statements inside the inner loop are executed a total of 6 times, and each time number is updated with the value of I asterisk j. The values of I and j are as follows: I equals 0, j equals 0, number equals 0. I equals 0, j equals 1, number equals 0. I equals 1, j equals 0, number equals 0. I equals 1, j equals 1, number equals 1. I equals 2, j equals 0, number equals 1. I equals 2, j equals 1, number equals 1 plus 2 equals 3. Therefore, at the end of the loop, the value of number is 3. Next question is: what is the output of the following code snippet? For I in range 5. For j in range I. Print I, and equals. Print A 1, 22, 333, 4444, 55,555. B 1, 12, 123, 1234, 12,345. C 1, 22, 333, 4444. D 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The correct option is C 1, 22, 333, 4444. Explanation. The outer loop runs from 0 to 4, inclusive, and the inner loop runs from 0 to I1, inclusive, for each value of I in the outer loop. For I equals 0, the inner loop does not run, so nothing is printed. For I equals 1, the inner loop runs once, when j equals 0, so 1 is printed. For I equals 2, the inner loop runs twice, when j equals 0 and j equals 1, so 22 are printed on separate lines. For I equals 3, the inner loop runs 3 times, when j equals 0, j equals 1, and j equals 2, so 333 are printed on separate lines. For I equals 4, the inner loop runs 4 times, when j equals 0, j equals 1, j equals 2, and j equals 3, so 4444 are printed on separate lines. What is the purpose of the break statement in Python? A. To terminate a loop immediately. B. To continue to the next iteration of a loop. C. To exit a function. D. To return a value from a function. Correct answer is option A. To terminate a loop immediately. Which jump statement is used to skip the current iteration of a loop and continue with the next iteration? A. Return. B. Break. C. Continue. D. Exit. Correct answer is option C. Continue. What does the pass statement do in Python? A. It terminates a loop immediately. B. It skips the current iteration of a loop and continues with the next iteration. C. It does nothing and is used as a placeholder. D. It exits a function. Correct option is C. It does nothing and is used as a placeholder. What is the difference between the return and exit statements in Python? A. There is no difference, they are used interchangeably. B. The return statement returns a value from a function, while the exit statement terminates the program. C. The return statement terminates the program, while the exit statement returns a value from a function. D. The return statement is used to skip the current iteration of a loop and continue with the next iteration, while the exit statement terminates the loop immediately. There is no exit statement in Python. The correct keyword to terminate the program is sys.exit, which is not a control statement like return but a function from the sys module. The main difference between return and sys.exit is that return is used to return a value from a function and terminate its execution, while sys.exit is used to terminate the entire program immediately. So the correct option is B.
So here is the end of this session. Very soon, we will come with next video on Python data structure. Till then, happy learning. Finally, do like, share and subscribe. Goodbye till we meet again.